All right, good late morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia. It's a Friday, a Jerome Powell day in Jackson Hole. I apologize about being a tad late. I blame it on everyone but me. No, I'm only being facetious. Okay, let's sign in. All right, so listen, Powell speaking, usually when he stops speaking on any type of day, as I sign into TradeGATEHub. It's not really the reaction during, it's the reaction after. We can see there's a lot of things going on here. Gap Store's up 7%. Mike's video in the nearest cocktail bar from me. Absolute compliment. Thank you. Paul, listen, you're trading very well after that hike, coming back very well. I'd love to buy you. If I could possibly buy you a cocktail, whatever it is, send me the info. I'll buy the whole freaking bar cocktail. I don't fucking care. Okay, so it's Friday. All right, so if this is one of your first time viewers, I beg you to go right here to TradeGATEHub and get an idea of what we have on our YouTube channel as we approach, pardon me, over 3,000 subscribers. Go see what we're talking every day. This is what we do. Okay, for those that don't that aren't new, a lot of action. Let me go to the screen right here. You know what? The whole process is basically irrelevant. It's step-by-step process. Let's go to the main screen here, my main universe. Okay, Meta pulling back a little bit. Okay, Nevada, it's self-explanatory, except for the waitress in Paul's bar. If you didn't know what Nevada's doing right now, you probably should have another problem here. So Nevada, here it is. You know what? Still in a nice pattern. It's still yet to be determined if it's profit taking or a reversal. But certainly a stock going from 500 to 450, basically 440, with huge volume and range in price action. And by the way, going with the rest of the group, SMCI, AMD hit 100. There's AMD, coach, but really, I didn't think it was going to go that far. By the way, AMD might be looking to form a little base here. Still below the moving averages, even on a weekly. It's got some pressure, a day trade only, stick and move. The VIX pulled back a little bit, which, by the way, it had a nice move from 24 to 25. Let's see what's going in. Let's see what step by step. I apologize. I hope Paul's that live streaming in some sort of bar where I'm actually getting a little bit of gun shy. I don't get gun shy, especially when it goes to the men's room. With that being said, here it is. Etsy, Crocs, oils were actually a little bit of a fade in the morning. Listen, you just got to be tactical and stuff. It's still stock selection. Here you have SMCI and NVIDIA down precipitously. Meta giving some back. You have the other mega ones trying to hang in there. Array, by the way, this is the best looking chart here. Array, this one after the gap up, power earnings gap, holding the base, still not breaking below the gap. Yesterday I had it, or 2 days ago I had a chance. Actually, it's still taking some. Yeah, well, those days, believe me, Paul. Oh my God, you let me know when you're in town, and then we'll go from there. The VRT, I should have taken this off. I'm short this stock and it was trading below 35 yesterday. I could have had a chance to take it off even. There's my price, and now it's ripping against me. Ripping. Ulta, bad news. Gap Stores, I'm short a ton of it near the high. I'm not going to lie. Ulta gave it all back. This ELF does not want to give it all. There's Ulta. ELF does not want to go budge. I think it's a crowded short, but it'll make the shorts. It'll make it hard for them. Array, Rudd, Carvana, Upstart, Rivet. What do we do with our Rivet here? Still the line in the sand at the 200-day. It doesn't look like a lot, but the past 5 days, if you're long it, 21 and 2190 to 1690 might be a lot here. Uber having a poor day, breaking down now. I wouldn't do that. That's really not looking that good. General Motors, once again, can't do anything. Muster up. That's the daily. Let's go to the weekly. That's the ultimate negative. When you're looking at a daily chart and the chart looks like that, and you say, where's the bottom? You got to go to a weekly. But you can do the same thing about Disney. Where's Disney today? Can't muster up anything. I hope Disney opens up 10% today. It's un-American one day for Disney to be down here. Penn taking some. Did Penn do anything off that bottom fish? Off that play with Disney? No. Which chart looks bad is this Win. Win looks poor now. I was looking at LVS as well. China's giving, there's LVS, Win, MGM. Just maybe going through some charts. Futures coming all the way back. VIX, Apple, SMCI, VRT. They got the same simple. They got Mike V. They got me. I had the bit. See that? There were my orders. 35.47. It's $1 away. Now it's 36.50. I'm gonna have to cover half. Affirm, the stock of the day. Yes, Mike V. Waited a little bit longer than usual. 10:30. There's my shorts on Affirm, firing away at 1808 to 18 to 1780. Was it real? Actually, I made $1 on the trade, so not bad. You know what I mean? But next, still looks good. This Affirm trades over long term. I just thought it would be the 10:30 fade like the rest of them. What else is going on here? Dio, China, Baba, JD. This is the one that's in trouble. This is the bear flag near a 52-week low, near every type of bad situation it's running across you could ever imagine. It goes below this 32 and JD. The RT, screw you. Okay, Gap stores. I might have to cover some here because you know what? The short should be Kohl's underneath, breaking below. Now the moving average is starting to turn down. You can just look at Macy's. Still, it gave, you know, that's why one day doesn't, you know, see this, one day doesn't make a reversal. This was different. This had volume. This closed above, you know, that closing low and closed above, you know, even a weekly low. But Macy's first day up doesn't do it. J1 had earnings, not interested. You know what I did on J1s? I tried, and I didn't want one of these cliches of how a small position can turn into a big loser. J1, it didn't have break a new low, so I tried it. 1568, and once it did break that low, I punted it at 1540. There's the red thing, so I could have 1540. Now it's 1480. Whatever, I had 4,000 shares. I would have been pissed. I'm still pissed. I even bought it, but anyway, PVH I looked at the short last night, and that looked like it was breaking. That would hold up. That was holding up the best. I'm going through retailers, Lewis. I'm not really sure why I'm going through all these retailers, but certainly with stocks breaking lows and acting the way they are, I don't care if they're technology or whatever they're doing, they're acting poorly. Gap stores, where's my VRT? It's coming back a little bit. What am I long now? Gold, Coach, wherever you are. I did sell 65% of the gold fields at 1260 this morning, around here. So I have 35% of the position left. Gold fields went from 1122 to 1250. As you can see, on my price is 1360, the solid white line. And I'm looking to sell 8,000 shares here. If you could see, hold on, hope you could see this. Just for those that get familiar with my chart, you'll know the cues. TV test, sell 8,000, 1284. There's my sell. My average price is a solid white line at 1360. Why am I looking to sell there? There's the high gap. There's the gap. Maybe I can get luckier if they sell, but you know what? I'm out of the majority position. I took some lumps. It is what it is. Next, believe me, I'd rather be down 20% in a low float stock, be down 20% down in Goldfields. Be down like 20% in Macy's. If my average price in Macy's was like 13 or 14, oh, that would be excruciating, but I'll move on. I'm still thinking about Paul coming to New York and what's going to happen. And who's, you know, what we're going to have to do? We're going to put up bail money in the beginning in the kitty. You know what I mean? We'll put money in the pool. And after we have everything left over, nothing bad happens, then we'll go out to dinner and we'll go to one of those infusion bars where you get the electrolytes in yourself afterwards. Carvana, bearish. What's moving right now? The bottom line. Okay. Percent gainers in the last 15 minutes. General Motors moving up nicely. Why is that? I just looked at it. GM, is it bouncing? GM had a nice bounce here. So let's take a look at this. It's not sexy, but for GM off a year low to be bouncing 32 to 35. There's the long-term chart. We'll keep a note. Ford, big deal. Maybe Tesla is bouncing at all. Bouncing? Yeah, I don't. Tesla, listen, I told you, I gave everybody the trade. I said my boys were so that they were going down to like, they actually thought I was going down to like 180. All right, hit 214. I'm not a good Tesla trader. It's almost like NVIDIA. Don't own it. Own it. Don't trade it. That's yet to be determined. The other ones aren't giving too much back though. LI still holding. NIO. We held it well. We put the last we made a nice trade on Nile, this last breakout. You see this all this volume that came in? So it's back to that level. I'm not quite sure that Nile is going to make that move back up to 16 with that volume here this time. It's just the wrong time, wrong rotation. Riven making a move up, thank God. No, I'm kidding. Array, there's array going. Hold on, see? This array. You know what? You have to go from existence. There's array I talked about moving up now. It's a stock that, you know what? Ultimate compliment is it looks strong, but I wouldn't short it. So it's got the double whammy. Array moving up. They listen to Mike V. They should be. All right, let's move it. Let's moving down with the last 15 minutes. As we approach a little after like 11:20 a.m. You know, this guy speaking, AMC, guy speaking all day long. I did post a Fed speak right here. So yeah, about it. This is a hopscotch day. Be aware. All right, here's what I posted. Now 10 a.m. naturally, but I posted the rest of the dudes this morning with always my. All right, so Harker, he's chirping right now. Fed's Goolsby, he'll be on at 2 p.m. And Meister, that guy doesn't like the. I think it's a woman, Mester. Isn't it a woman? Fed Share Mester. I think, yeah, it is a woman. How you doing? Ooh, she looks bearish. Not gonna lie, that's a bearish face. So 2 p.m. Mester speaking. By the way, I'm not being facetious. She's usually on the bearish side. But you know what? When sentiment and fear and greed is kind of washed out, or it's getting pressured, and CPCE is a little elevated, it might not matter. So it's more about how the news is taken, not so much about what the vernacular or what it actually literally is being said, as it usually is the case. But Mester, man, she's going to close out the weekend in a nasty way, hopefully, or hopefully not. Bottom line, let's look at the wise guys who don't. Most important, are they backing anything up and putting their money where their mouth is? Okay, let's go here. This one, okay. IBKR, Nevada bearish going out to August. That's what? Tomorrow, today. Carvana, not interested. AMD, where's the wave count? We're not interested in the wave count. Latest insider trades I'm interested in. Why aren't they giving me to this thing? We got to look at this. Maybe someone else is signed in. Maybe a member of my team is signed in and using my password here. But we're going to get to the end of it, or the bottom of it. I'm going to leave off with wise guys. You guys, listen, stock picking is the least of our concerns here, as everybody will know. From across the pond to the New York Islands. Wave count. Where's the wave count? Wave count. Little dip, wave count between 440 and 420. I'll take it. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're right over to the right here. No, not there. Over here to the right. Foot Locker, not interested. Baba bearish. Latest insider trades. Anything interested? Nerdy. Net, they're selling. CFLT, they're selling. MU, I don't know. Fastly, they're selling even when it's acting strong. What's this guy doing? He's only selling. Well, the guy's a piker. He's selling 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares. Why is this even on here? A director selling 1,000 shares? Maybe he's got a freaking bar mitzvah or something to pay for. Jesus Christ, that's not a sale. That's false and fake news. It is a sale, but you know what I mean. All right, KHC bullish. I pointed out yesterday, I didn't want to see these consumer staples go up. KHC rounding up a little bit. G-Money, if you're on there. Is the Kellogg? Kellogg, I hate when we say Kellogg. Kellogg, there it is. I know what I mean, Kellogg. All right, Kellogg. Campbell Soup. They're rolling up a little bit. Consumer staples, bearish. With the great coach, you had these, you know what I sold last night? NTR I sold on the bell. NTR I sold on the bell. All right, I sold it like 60, 70. It was acting good yesterday. First day up, didn't want it. Coach liked the green sector. I had an open ear. Next. Nevada is not seeing anything interesting. Most of the action in mega cap, noted. And same day expiration. For example, what was the other one? Nevada. Intraday factor, not a sweeper. You know what that means? Take your notes about what happened the week. Get familiar with your pivot points, and basically listen to coach and what he would say. And you're not going to make it in the next 3 hours, your week or your month, but you could lose it in this type of market. So listen, be prudent, have a plan, be a pro. You know what I mean? Don't be a putt. Don't be a piker. Don't pay up or down for things. You know what I mean? Equate these things to life. Like I say all the time, I don't walk into a BMW dealership and the car's 80,000 US and I say, you know what? I like it so much, I'm going to give you 90. You know what I mean? Don't do that. If and it might it might be worth 90, not that a car is an appreciated an asset, especially a new BMW. But note there's always another car, and you're gonna look at there's always another trade. So, you know what I mean? Be a pro like that. And these little things might not mean a lot, but for somebody that made a lot of money early on and blew it all and made it back again, don't get me wrong. These little things add up. You know what I mean? So, every eighth counts, and it's almost be honorable about it too. Just don't let it go flippantly. You know what I mean? You're fighting for winners on the way up, and don't get flippant on the way down. Fight for every price. I'm telling you, I think how it compounds in the long run. So, and the best thing to even do is to combat that is get yourself a TradeView market demo, because we have the lowest prices with the lowest spreads. And you know what? The number one mantra that we talk about in TradeGATEHub is quality over quantity, but TradeView markets, it's the trading platform that traders use. Tim was a trader, sat next to me for years, and he knows what it is to be a trader. And if you can't trust the trading platform, or you can't trust your car, you can't trust the brakes on it, you're not going to get the full value out of your vehicle, or you're not going to get the best value of your platform. So get yourself a BMW and get on the TradeView markets platform. We'll see you a little bit later. I'm always in the room. If not, trade well, have a plan, know what you're buying, and cheers. Thank you.